how to reach more people in your community, specifically potential guests that your church can serve and share the gospel with using Facebook ads for your church. Okay, so you probably feel like you just don't get it. Why is it working for everyone else? But I want to share with you what they're doing and what we do as an agency to find success, to spend less church budget, to reach more people, to get more meaningful engagement. Okay, meaningful engagement. Engagement is not worth anything unless it's actually in the context of sharing Christ, discipleship, building relationships that can lead to discipleship. Okay, engagement for engagement's sake is like getting people into church just for people getting into church sake. Okay, you've got to actually have it be meaningful. And to do that, I'm going to share with you here, you got to have a few things. So here's how to reach more potential guests with Facebook ads. Number one, you need to be demographically minded. A lot of people, when they start with Facebook ads, they just start with the creative. That's the last thing you need to worry about. Okay. And no one's going to tell you about that because creative is sexy to sell. People make more money. I'm here to make more impact. Okay. Put aside the creative for a second. And Facebook gives you a tremendous opportunity to reach a certain kind of person in your community. Now, I'm not talking about your target audience. I'm talking about the people your church is equipped to serve, okay? If you're a boomer church, guess what? More boomers are on Facebook now than ever. If you're trying to reach young family, you can create ads and show them just to young families. Or maybe you're a church that wants to reach people in the middle of a crisis, okay? They're recently going through a divorce. They just lost their job. Their income has changed. Their family relationships have changed. Whatever it could be, you could reach that kind of person without being creepy, but you can reach that kind of person and say the church is here for you. Jesus is here for you. And we can walk this journey with you so you don't have to go it alone. Okay? So instead of starting with what do we write and what kind of image do we use? What kind of video do I do? Start with the person, okay? Because Christ is going to work through you, through that person. And the ad is just going to be how you get their attention. But start with the person, okay? And number two, by the way, is to be relationally driven. We talked earlier about you don't want to just show someone some information so they can forget about it, all right? I mean, think about this. We've been going for how long? 20 minutes. All right, man, 20 minutes. Feel like it's been a lot shorter than that. We've been going for 20 minutes now. How much have you actually remembered that I talked about? You probably don't remember much, okay? So if someone's scrolling through 717 Facebook posts and your Facebook ad is one of them, how are they going to remember that? You got to be relationally driven, okay? What do people actually stop at? Marriage announcements, birth announcements, cancer announcements, beautiful photos of their friends and family. They don't stop unless something is actually going to entertain them, bring them joy, bring them sorrow, bring them anger, bring them some kind of feeling, emotional feeling, or bring them some kind of comfort, okay? So I'm not saying your church ad needs to bring enragement, okay? But it needs to be, it needs to elicit some kind of response, okay? And Sundays at 10:30, happy family, friendly people, free donuts, that's not going to elicit a response. The best way you can elicit a response is to try to actually build a relationship. And that's one of the best ways to treat Facebook ads. It's not an information platform, it's a relation platform. Hello, clip that. Facebook ads is not an information platform. It's a relation platform. It's a way to introduce your church and spark a relationship in a way that no one else can give you. Because in no other way are you going to reach a cold audience, meaning people that don't even know that you exist, but are in your area. And you could say, hey, we see you, we understand you, we've been where you've been, and we've tasted and seen something greater. Don't use that exact language, but invite them into relationship. And I'll actually share a couple of the ads later that we use that spark relationships, meaningful relationships. So actually when guests come into the door, it's not, hi, who are you? Is this your first time? Instead, it's, oh, it's Bob. Bob, I'm so glad you're here. I can't believe we got to talk to each other and now you're here. Let me pray for you. Let me show you around. Okay. And the last thing is you got to make them commit. And this is where a lot of churches back away a little bit. Well, we don't want to be too in your face. We don't want to be too aggressive. You got to be aggressive. Be aggressive, okay? Meaning, hey, this Christ is for you. This Jesus is for you. There's hope and purpose, peace, and abundant living and joy here. And the next step is to send us a message, is to ask us a question, is to tell us how to pray for you, is to visit our website, is to watch this video. Give them a next step to take. Okay, you notice I did all the reasons why Facebook ads don't work. a lot of those, the opposite of that is what makes Facebook ads work. So all of these together helps you reach potential guests within Facebook ads for literally cents on the dollar. Okay. Because now instead of saying, look at how great our church, join us Sundays at 10:30. Okay. Now you're demographically minded. You're reaching people in your community that your church is equipped to serve. You're being relationally driven. How can we pray for you? Life is crazy. How can we help you? What can we point you to? Okay. And you're starting a conversation in which discipleship can actually happen. And then you're making them commit. You're giving them a call. You're not calling them to the altar, but you're saying, look, I understand where you're at. Here's the next step to relieve that, to escape that, to break that chain, to break that addiction, to find the next season of your spiritual journey that no one else has been able to fill. Okay. All those pieces work together. You realize Facebook ad really isn't about advertising. It's about sparking relationships and then nurturing those relationships so you can actually build relationships. I keep saying relationships, but build relationships in your community. That's what this is about. It's not about advertising. It's about introducing.